What's up, guys? Welcome back to All Wings Everything. Yes, you're in my kitchen. I'm your boy Spinelli, the self-proclaimed wing king, and you already know Prince of Lemon Pepper Wings. And if you want to learn how to make the best lemon pepper wings on the planet, yeah, click that link above, and I'm gonna show you exactly how to do it. Now, in today's video, I'm gonna show you guys how to make buttermilk fried chicken, at least the way I make buttermilk fried chicken. Guys, I love this recipe. I know you're gonna love it. So I hope you're in your kitchen. I'm already in mine, so let's go. All right, so here are the ingredients we're going to use for today's recipe. Let me tell you what we have here. So I'm gonna start right here at the bottom here. We have a teaspoon of white pepper. I have a teaspoon of salt. I have half a teaspoon of garlic salt. I have a teaspoon of liquid smoke, a teaspoon of paprika. I have 1 onion quartered. I have 4 garlic cloves sliced. I have the juice of 1 lemon, a tablespoon of peppercorns, and I have a cup and a half of buttermilk. And right here, I have my chicken. Now, guys, the way I did my chicken, I didn't get a whole chicken and then chop it up like, you know, like you can do. I had a variety of the pieces already here. So I have my drum. Now, when I cook my drums, for some reason, I don't know, I don't like the bone part, so I just chop it up like this. I don't know if you guys are weird like me, but I like to eat it like that. And I also did my breast the same way. I just kind of chopped it up in half. I don't like to, you know, that whole big breast. I don't like to do that. Plus, it takes longer to cook, so this is the way I did it. I kind of chopped it up like that. And with my thighs, I really only eat the skinless, boneless thighs, but I couldn't find anyone that had the bone in it. So what I did was I just got the skinless, which is fine. I'll go ahead and use it for this recipe. And of course, I got some chicken wings in here also, wherever they are. But you guys already know about my chicken wings. So these are the ingredients we're going to use. So let's get started. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is just go ahead and prepare our buttermilk mixture. So we're just going to add our ingredients here. I'm gonna add these peppercorns, the white pepper, our lemon juice, our salt, garlic salt, smoked paprika. I like that smoked paprika. It just gives it an additional smoke flavor. I love it. You don't have to add that into it, but I recommend it. And we have our regular paprika here. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna give this a whisk just to get everything combined. And so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my chicken back into the shot, move this around. And I've already cleaned it, guys. It's already cleaned. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just start putting this into a Ziploc bag. Yeah, here's my wings right here. And I think I had about 3 of them in here. So I just tried to get equal portions of the chicken. And so what I'm going to do, no secret. Well, first what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring back my these other 2 ingredients that we have. We got our onions. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just drop these onions in here. You know, you don't have to do this, but I'm telling you, the onions, this onion really helps out, bring out that flavor when you add these onions in here. So I like to add onions in my buttermilk mixture like this, right? And kind of move those around in there along with this garlic. And so what we're going to do now is we're just going to take our buttermilk mixture and we're going to pour it over our chicken like that. And make sure we down in there like that. And we're going to just seal that up like this. And look at what we have. This is, I'm telling you, this makes the chicken, tender, juicy. That buttermilk, I tell you, tenderizes the chicken. And also with the addition of the lemon juice, make the chicken so tender and so flavorful. So this is what we have. I'm gonna let this marinate for about, I would say a minimum of about 2 to 3 hours, but you can also keep it in there for up to 8 hours. I don't see any reason why you should have to do it overnight, but a minimum of 2 to 3 hours. All right, so I'll be right back. All right, guys, so here are the ingredients that we're going to use for our flour. I've already measured it out, so let me tell you what I have here. Right here I have 2 cups of flour. I have 1 teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes. I have 1 teaspoon of oregano. I I have 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 tablespoon of lemon pepper seasoning, 2 teaspoons of kosher salt, 1 teaspoon of pepper, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. I have 1 teaspoon of thyme. I have 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of paprika, and 1 teaspoon of onion powder. All right, so these are the ingredients we're going to use for our flour mixture. And again, you can flour or season your flour the way you like to. This is really pretty optional, but I like these particular ingredients here, so I'm going to use them. All these ingredients are my favorite ingredients, so some of my favorite ingredients, shall I say. So I'm going to go ahead and start adding this to our flour. So let's go ahead and start with our oregano, our coarse red pepper flakes. Let's add that baking powder in here, the onion powder, our paprika, and this is our lemon pepper seasoning. Yes, I like lemon pepper seasoning in my flour, guys, not just on the wings. And of course, y'all know I love this cumin, so I'm adding that cumin. You need that salt. There's kosher salt there. That's our thyme. This is coarse ground black pepper, so I'm using that. And we're going to use our garlic powder. So I'm going to go ahead and just mix this up like this. And guys, you already know I taste my flour just to make sure that it's seasoned accordingly. But most of the time it's basically for a salt test. All right, so this is what we have. I'm going to do a salt check and I'll let you guys know if I add anything else to it. And I'll see you guys in the next step. All right, guys, forgive me for the audio for that previous clip. I forgot my mic. It wasn't attached to me. I had it sitting over on the table, so it was still picking it up. But thank God it was picking it up. I got to redo it so you guys saw what I did. So what we're going to do now I did add another 1/2 teaspoon of salt in it because I wanted to be the way I like it. So I added another teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So with this recipe, I'm using 2.5 teaspoons of salt. So what we're going to do is just going to pour that into a Ziploc bag, and we're going to seal it. And once our chicken is done marinating that buttermilk mixture, we're going to use this to dip it in there and get that thing dipped in some hot grease so we can eat. So I'll see you guys in the next step. All right, now I've pulled out our chicken. I let it marinate for I let it stay in here for about 4 hours because I went and ran some errands and did some things. So it's about 4 hours. So what we're going to do now, and here I also have our flour that we mixed up with our dry seasoning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start pulling pieces out of our mixture, out of our buttermilk mixture, and I'm going to dump them or put them into our flour. Man, and it smells good, guys. This smells so good. And I'm just gonna put a couple of pieces in here at a time and shake them up. So I'm gonna stick that in there. I'm gonna just shake it like this. Try to get them fully coated. Let's move this over a little bit. And I like to take it out with my hands because when you use the tongs, what it does, it seems like it messes with the coating. So I'm just gonna lay that right there, and we're just gonna rest them right there. And we're just gonna do the remaining of our pieces. We'll put those in there, and we're gonna give that a shake too. And I'll be right back after I finish the rest of them, guys. Y'all want you to sit through this. All right, so I've completely floured all our chicken. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna let it rest here for about 15 to 20 minutes. I like to do that. I like for the flour to kind of settle in, and that gives it that extra crisp to it. So I'm gonna let it settle in about 15 to 20 minutes while I preheat the fryer to 350 degrees so we can drop these bad babies in there, okay? I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, so now I've added my chicken into my basket. Again, guys, I did let it sit out for about 15 to 20 minutes. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop this bad baby into this hot grease, and we're gonna cook this for about 10 minutes, 10 to 12 minutes, because these are some pretty big pieces. They're not just wings, so we're gonna let them cook for about 10 to 12 minutes or 8 to 10 minutes. But we understand that once they start floating to the top, they're pretty much done. So it's pretty much gonna be about 8 to 10 minutes. All right, so now we're 10 minutes in. Let's lift this out of the grease. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about, guys. All right, so what I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna take this bad baby out of here. Look at that. Oh man. I'm gonna put this on our cooling rack, and I'm gonna sit these in the oven and let them cool while we stick our second batch in here. Looks like since we got a lot of chicken, we're gonna do about 3 batches. So let me get the other pieces in here. You don't want to overcrowd it, guys. You definitely don't want to do that. But me, I hate to have to cook in batches because I'll be ready to eat after the first batch, you know. All right, so we're gonna drop this bad baby in. We're gonna let this cook for 10 minutes like we did the last batch, and I'll be right back. All right, so this is our third batch. I know I dropped the second batch. I didn't show you guys. I pulled it up. This is our third batch. Take a look at this, guys. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put them on the cooling rack with the other piece of chicken. I'll be right back. All right, so this is what we have. Guys, you wanna take a look at this? Take a look at that. Oh man, that looks delicious. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and place these on a plate and get it all dressed up. And I'll be right back. Guys, I'm not gonna even put it on a plate. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to sit it right here on this rack like that. And I'm gonna add this is some of my honey butter lemon sauce. And we're just gonna, just drizzle it with some of that lemon butter sauce like that. Oh man, guys, you need some of this lemon butter sauce like this. Stuff is some good stuff. All right, take a look at that. Oh man. And just probably put some, kind of add a little parsley to it, to give it a little color. And there you have it. Buttermilk fried chicken, Southern style. Yes, I already know you're going to like this recipe. Man, I love cooking my chicken with buttermilk. Guys, if you don't cook your chicken with buttermilk, I'm telling you, start. The buttermilk tenderizes the chicken and makes it a lot more juicy. Definitely check this recipe out. So all the ingredients is in the video description below, along with the measurements and the items. If you don't have them in your home or in your cabinets, guys, check it out. Also, All Wings Everything merch. Go ahead, check that out for me. Hit that applaud button. Show your boy Spinelli you love him. Guys, and if it's your first time here, won't you go ahead and consider subscribing. If you like this recipe, go ahead, hit the thumbs up. I'm telling you guys, it helps me in the YouTube algorithm. And before I get out of here, guys, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this piece of chicken right here, and we're gonna do a little quality control, and we just gonna open that bad baby up just like that. Look at that. And we're gonna, oh man, that bad baby hot. Look at that. This is good. I'm telling you, and that butter sauce, you want that in your life. And until then, I'm the cook, Spinelli. All Wings Everything, and I am out. Peace.